YugiTubes, Series 13 here. Just a quick video, sort of a rundown on my YCS experience, an update on David, or as you know, Begin the Uprising, and just to let you know about my upcoming contest as well, because I'm almost at 1,000 subs, so I said I'd have another one by the time I hit around 1,000 subs. Anyway, I'll get started with, first off, the YCS 100 Long Beach. It was a pretty epic journey for us. Myself and Tyler and Max went down. There was supposed to be more. Well, that's just Kevin Shea 93 texting me, whom I saw there at YCS. Also, he was the one that you might have seen in one of my videos with the really cool cards that look like the old school cards from TV, which he makes at home. That's pretty cool stuff. Saw him there, and I actually saw a bunch of other people there too, but I'll get to that in a second. I just wanted to sort of go over it day by day. When we got there fairly late. I think it was around 4 something or 3 something. Anyway, we got to the convention center around that time and had to stand in this huge lineup to register. But by the time we stood in line, then we said, oh, you need these things all filled out. We're like, oh, fuck. So we had to go around and fill them out. We got back in line. Oh, you need one of these little registration slips. Oh, crap. So we leave. And apparently you couldn't have somebody hold your place in line. If they caught you do that, they would have kicked you out of there. Whatever. So we were going back and forth, in and out of the line until we finally got everything we needed. Had our ID ready, our deck lists forms filled out, our registration forms filled out. We had it all ready to go, and we stood and waited in line. It really, I'm looking at this line thinking, God, we're going to be here for hours. But really, it only took us maybe 40 minutes, 30 minutes, 40 minutes. I was thinking more like an hour. That's what my feet kept telling me. But anyway, yeah, it was only about 30 to 40 minutes, I think, according to Tyler. Yeah, it was Tyler, me, and Max that went. I can't remember if I said that or not, but anyway. We had a great time down there, I gotta tell you. Day one of the actual tournament itself, I scrubbed out, 3 losses in a row. I just, screw it, I dropped. But it's good that I did, because I got to go over to the table with all the YugiTubers and hung out there with lots of different YugiTubers that were there. And once it kind of came in and out of the picture as the days went on as well. But the mainstays at that table were really, really cool people. I would say that if you hear any screaming, that's the kids upstairs. Yeah, they're being tortured. No, I'm just joking. It's their bedtime, so they, you know how kids are. They don't want to go to bed, so they scream and run away, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, the YugiTubers that I was hanging out with at the main table, other than myself, Tyler, and NeoDrao, who I also met there, flew in from Hawaii for this and met up with him. Him and I had been dueling over Skype or whatever for quite some time. So a couple of really, really cool guys that I've subbed to a long time ago and watched. And, the funny thing is with these two, my first impression as I'm watching them was like, these guys are assholes. But over time, as I'm watching their videos and I'm kind of evolving along their video streams, I realized that what they do really is a bit of a shtick. So when I met them in person, it pretty much solidified my beliefs. They're actually really cool guys. And that's Dan, who's known as Underworld6667, and Devin, who's known as drakoDMD. I actually had a duel with Draco, which is also on my channel. He's a great guy, making fun of me because I kept forgetting shit with my deck and with my game playing and stuff like that. Both of them very, very cool guys. Oh, we hung out all night. The 3 of us were like 3 little peas in a pod running around grocery stores, buying food, chowing down. Anyway, other people that were there pretty much the whole time was ChroahCresta. And I got to tell you, I always thought the guy was cool. When I watched his videos, and I said, this guy's cool. He seems like a really down-to-earth, cool guy. Well, meeting him in person solidified that belief as well. He's got to be one of the coolest YugiTubers I know. Very... like I said, very down-to-earth guy. It was a pleasure meeting him, and it was also a pleasure meeting the first 2 that I mentioned as well. Another YugiTuber that was there pretty much the whole time, but she had to keep going. Well, Kool also had to, but she also had to keep going to her duels too, because she didn't drop like I did. It was MechaJaeyun. Total sweetheart. Nicest person ever. Like, you see her in her videos, and she seems really cute, and happy and stuff. She's just like that in person. Awesome girl. It was my pleasure meeting her as well. Another one I didn't get a chance to know as good as some of the other ones, but it was vayuenthusiast. Great. What an artist. This girl's amazing talent. I've seen her stuff. Her boyfriend's really cool too. He's a hell of a cool guy. She's just really nice, super nice. Had no problem signing anything I threw at her. Pleasure meeting all these people, man. NeoDrao as well. I ran into one of my subs that I also sub to because I thought he was pretty unique, was YugiDudes. His name's Brian. He's really, really cool guy. Met him, did an interview with him for my channel. Also ran into one of my favorite subscribers that subscribes to me. Well, I also subscribe to him now. It's KevinShay93. You probably saw his cool homemade cards I was mentioning earlier. Well, ran into him as well. And I gotta tell you, the next guy that sort of ran by the table a few times was one of the biggest YugiTubers there is, and is SimplyUnlucky. And he's such a humble dude. His name's Roman. Very, very cool guy. Happy-go-lucky, smiling all the time. Thumbs up, you know, yada, yada. And he's just like you see him in his videos where he gets all excited about stuff. It's pretty cool. Super nice guy. Another guy I met briefly and kind of waved at and high sign, peace sign, whatever, you know what I mean, was Vexicuse4666. Now, he was being a judge and being involved with the whole tournament. I didn't really get a chance to hang around with him that much. So here's hoping maybe next time it'll happen. Next time, maybe Cordero. We'll hope so. One person I didn't actually even expect to run into, but I've been loving his videos for a long time. I watch them every time I hear that they come out. I pop in and I watch them. And that's XtevensChannel. His, the team bitch slap with the Barbies and the dinosaurs and stuff like that. Those videos are so funny. You guys, if you haven't seen these, go to his channel and check them out, because there's God, I think there's about a dozen of them now, and he promises there's new episodes coming out soon. Very, very cool guy. Very happy-go-lucky guy. Awesome dude. It was great meeting him. And actually, it's been great meeting all the people that I've mentioned so far. I've been watching a lot of their stuff for a long time. SlimXTeamSymmetry is another one that popped in. He's about my level of YugiTubing, around the 1,000 area, right? But another great guy. Ran into him, chatted with him for a couple minutes. He was there filming Billy Break signing his mats and stuff like that. Oh, Billy was there. I didn't actually get to meet Billy, but I kind of threw my mat over there so he'd sign it for me, and he did. From what I could see from the distance, he seemed like a pretty good guy. So maybe next time I'll get to meet him, shake his hand, and say, dude, it's an honor meeting somebody that's won a YCS twice. And he's not the only one, but still, it's really cool. It would be cool to meet him. I didn't get a chance. He kind of scrambled off before I got over there. So, oh well, next time. One person that I did want to meet that was at the table before I got there, and it sucks because I really wanted to meet him, and I was looking around and I couldn't find him, is GalacticGod. Next time we'll meet up, dude. Promises, all right? So, anyways, Tyler, one of the guys that came with me, he actually made it to, well, I think he broke into the 200 zone. So for he's only been playing for about a year or so. So this was his first big event. He hasn't even been to a regionals. He's just been to locals. And he does pretty good at locals. But man, to beat out over 4,000 people to get into the 200th or lower slot area, that's pretty damn good. So kudos to you, Tyler, for your first big event. Hell, you walked the floor, or you wiped the floor with me, for crying out loud. Another YugiTuber that's actually from my locals that was also there is lfunntube. I don't know if you guys know who he is. Also has a blog as well, LFN blog. His name's Alvin. He's one of the dudes that it pops around at our locals from time to time. Great guy. Check out his channel if you can. Pretty much that's about it. All I can say is we had such a good time there. I'd do it again in a heartbeat if given the chance. And I will make it out to another bigger YCS event. Hopefully one day I'll come to Vancouver or even Seattle or maybe even Calgary or something, and I can get to it. It's a lot closer than California. But I didn't mind driving down. It took us, I think I mentioned that earlier, I think it took us 21 hours on the way down and almost a little over 24 on the way back, because we had a couple of nap stops on the way. But on to the next topic. One of my friends on YouTube is David Abraham, and he's also known as BeginTheUprising. Now, I'm sure most of you already know, and I found out recently myself that his father actually did pass away from the brain cancer. It was terminal, we knew that. So I did that video. I'm not sure if you guys saw it, but I did that video for him and his channel, letting his subscribers know what was happening. At the time, his dad was still with us. So David, you know how I feel. My heart goes out to you. You know I've been there, brother. I'm officially adopting David as my official little brother now, because him and I share that kind of a kinship. We've both lost our fathers to a deadly disease known as cancer. It's tough. David, hang in there, man. You got a lot of people on here that give a crap and care about you and want you to know that we're all behind you. So just hang in there, brother. All right. Anytime you need to talk, you know to call me. Yeah. So guys, stop by his channel, Begin the Uprising. I'll put it in the description or whatever. And just wish him well. All right. It's tough to lose your dad. I know this personally. I just lost mine over the summer, and just before the YCS, I lost my grandma as well. So, grandma was a little different. She's been quite sick with like a dementia type disease for some time, so I haven't really actually had a grandma, so to speak, for a few years now. She didn't know who I was, so a little bit of easier to deal with, but it still sucks because she's my grandma, right? And it really hurts when you lose somebody that's close to you. So anyways, David, take it easy, my friend, and keep your chin up and be strong for your family. You know we've got your back, all right? David has also informed me that he's not gone from YouTube forever. He will be back, probably sooner than we think. He didn't really drop too much more than that, but anyways, keep your eyes out, all right? He should be around sometime within the next while with an update on how things are going. And last but not least, the other thing I wanted to mention is my upcoming contest. I've got just about 930 subs now, so I'm closing in on 1,000. So I'm going to give you a heads up here, guys. The contest, I have some prizes that I will be giving away. One of which is a secret rare Element Hero Neos Alice signed by MechaJaeyun. Right, I had her sign some for me. Another one is a Blackwing Vayu Emblem of Honor card autographed by vayuenthusiast herself. And the whole reason I went to YCS was to get the mat. Yeah? See that? Well, this mat has been signed by many of the big YugiTubers and is part of the prize package for my upcoming contest, along with the 2 autographed cards. And I'll throw in a couple of secret cards, right? But I'm not going to tell you what they are, but they'll be worth it. That's the prize. Now, the contest will be simple. All I need is for somebody. Now, this will probably exclude a few of my subscribers because they may not have the tech savvy to do this. But what I'm after is an opening video for my channel. Basically, it has to have one of 2 of my songs, either Immortal Realm, which is preferred because that's the one I want, and you can download it. I'll tell you how, and when I'll put a link in the description where you can download it from. I prefer to use the song Immortal Realm as the song to go along with this, and you can use clips from my videos or whatever, or a little flashy computer generated artwork, and I need something, you know, Saris 13 says, or whatever. Come up with something that's a good intro video that I can use for my videos. Because talking with Dan and Devin at the YCS, they seem to think I need to go a little bit more pro. So if I have an intro video, that's a little bit more pro, and I can still be the rogue a-hole that I am. Although I'm not really an a-hole, I'm actually a pretty nice guy, I think, for the most part. Anyways, that's it, guys. So you can come up with something like that for me and post video responses. I'll decide which one I like the best, and you'll be the winner. All right, so you've got a lot of time to come up with this because I'm still not at 1,000 subs. So it'll officially start when I hit 1,000 subs, okay? But you've got your heads up, so you can start working on it now if you want. I don't want to see anything until I've hit 1,000 subs. Then you can start posting video responses, and they have to be to. I'll make an official contest begins video when I hit 1,000 subs, and you can post your video responses to that video. That's about it, guys. You've been informed on what's been going on with the old Saris 13. The old Saris 13. Yeah, let me tell you, after driving to and from Cali, I sure feel my age. But that's okay. I'm still 8 years old on the inside. Anyways, I'm Saris 13, and I'm swinging for game.